I mean, it shows that the sentencing guidelines are ridiculous. In virtually every case, the sentencing guidelines overstate the seriousness of the offense, and the judge recognized that.
Tell me, what's your reaction to this and next steps now?
Well, we'll file a notice of appeal. Expect the judge will get a judgment on file today. We've got 14 days to file the notice of appeal, and then we go to Cincinnati.
Have you talked to Mr. Croft yet?
I mean, talking about his children and how he was going to not be able to raise his kids if this sentence was imposed. You know, why get so emotional about that?
I mean, that's the reality of the case, right? He was locked. He's 19 and a half years is the sentence. He's not going to see his kids grow up.
You look pretty mad right now.
Okay.
Can you tell me, have you spoken to Mr. Croft? He whispered "I love you" several times to his family.
I'm not going to talk to you about my communications with
Did
my
they
client.
called him an ideas man? Is he? I mean, do you believe he's being locked up for his ideas?
So, the jury got to hear a portion of the facts. Most of what Mr. Croft said was excluded because the government didn't want the jury to hear it. And so there's a big piece of this that nobody's heard. If you take his ideas seriously, you should listen to the rest of the stuff where he talks about walking across the ceiling and multiplying the power of Zoltron by 7. I don't know what that means, but I don't think he's an ideas guy.
Why wasn't that allowed? Is that just procedural stuff, Josh, that it wasn't allowed to be brought in during trial?
We litigated that before.
You sound as if you thought he should have gotten some time. I mean, you talked about how the others got some time. What do you think he should have gotten? No,
my opinion doesn't apparently matter on that.
Now you're
did you
pushing
expect?
since your client is sobered up and he's been a different person, he's complex, but then there's interviews and YouTube videos. I mean, is that him being his own worst enemy at that point?
Well, it's interesting how some members of the media were willing to put money on his commissary account so that they could talk to him all the time and get statements and then edit them down, and the government plays the edited down version for the judge. So, but that's a theme with the government. They played very edited versions of Mr. Croft's statements.
The
He got
judge
more
said
time.
was
He got
a
more
convincing
time than Adam
communicator.
Fox.
What's your reaction?
He got more time than Adam Fox.
He did, yeah.
And what's your thoughts on that? The judge seemed to think he was more culpable than Adam Fox.
I mean, the judge made his decision. We all have our roles in this system, and mine wasn't to decide the outcome. So, I'm going to go walk through the snow, I think.